Today, we're going to be talking about a project that's been making the waves in the crypto space, Arbitrum, ARB. We'll be exploring why many people believe that it has the potential to reach future price targets between $3 and $6. Sounds interesting? Well, let's get started. Arbitrum is built to be fully compatible with the Ethereum virtual machine, EVM. This means that any smart contract or decentralized application, known as a dApp or DApp, that's kind of designed for Ethereum should, well, work seamlessly on Arbitrum. Now, a lot of developers face headaches when they try to move their projects from one blockchain to another, especially if the new chain isn't fully compatible with Ethereum. They often kind of have to rewrite their code or make big changes just to get it working. This not only costs time and money, but it also slows down mainstream adoption. Now, Arbitrum's full EVM equivalence fixes this challenge, or these challenges, I should say, by allowing projects to copy and paste their existing smart contracts and deploy them with minimal adjustments. This means that developers can quickly get their decentralized applications up and running without having to kind of reinvent the wheel. Now, being EVM equivalent is a huge advantage because it removes the barriers that normally stop projects from expanding. This easy transition can attract more developers, more applications, and ultimately lead to greater success and a higher valuation. One of the biggest selling points for Arbitrum is its lower transaction fees, right? High gas fees on Ethereum have been a sticking point for new users and smaller investors who want to get involved in decentralized finance or non-fungible token space. However, when these kind of transactions shoot up, smaller traders and everyday users, they often kind of get priced out. High fees make simple kind of actions like transferring tokens or interacting with a decentralized application, well, less appealing or even impossible for those on a very tight budget. Now, this can slow down adoption and push users to look for alternatives. Now, by leveraging innovative technologies specifically designed to handle transactions more efficiently, Arbitrum specifically reduces gas fees. I want to say significantly reduces gas fees. Now, this not only solves the problem of high transaction costs, but also encourages a wider pool of users to try out decentralized finance or NFTs or and more. There's a kind of boost in the overall ecosystem for growth, right? Lowering transaction fees is vital for reaching mainstream adoption. It creates a welcoming environment for all types of users, whether they are a kind of high volume trader or someone, experimenting with crypto for the very first time. Scalability is all about how many transactions a network can handle at once without kind of slowing down or becoming too expensive. When the Ethereum network gets congested due to an influx of new projects, NFT launches, or viral decentralized applications, well, transaction times slow down and fees, well, they skyrocket. This bottleneck stops many projects from reaching their full potential and can push users away, right? So Arbitrum is designed with high scalability in mind, meaning it can process more transactions faster and cheaper than Ethereum's main network. The idea is to offload the bulk of the traditional or at least transactional work so that the main chain doesn't get overwhelmed. Now, high scalability, it helps keep transaction times short and fees low, which is exactly what both developers and users want. This has a kind of ripple effect on adoption, right? Faster transaction times and lower costs attract more users, more decentralized applications, and ultimately more value for the project. No matter how good the tech is, a project only truly thrives when it has a vibrant ecosystem. That means developers building cool applications and consumers using them day in and day out, right? Now, many new blockchain projects struggle to attract a large developer community. If devs aren't convinced your platform is worth their time, well, they'll be building elsewhere. Meanwhile, if consumers can't find decentralized applications that they love, well, they'll simply move on to the next project. With Arbitrum's easy-to-use environment, thanks to the EVM compatibility and lower costs, it creates a welcoming space for both developers and consumers. Devs have the the freedom to experiment, knowing that their decentralized applications are cheaper to deploy, and users get to experience those dApps with minimal fees. Now, when developers and consumers both find value on a platform, the ecosystem grows exponentially. This is exactly what drives long-term success. Arbitrum's approach helps kind of build that thriving community, which is a major factor in why many kind of predict out that it could reach kind of $3 to $5 in this bullish cycle. Censorship resistance is the kind of principle that no single authority should be able to block or reverse transactions. It's a core value in the blockchain world because it ensures that the network remains open and decentralized. If a blockchain or a layer 2 solution relies too heavily on centralized entities, there's a risk of transactions being blocked, reversed, or otherwise tampered with. This goes against the very ethos of decentralized technologies and can undermine user trusts. For those who want to understand this in a little bit more detail, you should probably do some research on Ethereum and Ethereum Classic to find out what happened there and why this is a very core principle of blockchain technology. Moving on though, Arbitrum focuses on censorship resistance, which helps maintain decentralization by making it hard for any single party to interfere with or block transactions. This not only protects user assets and data, but also helps preserve the integrity of the network. By maintaining a high degree of censorship resistance, Arbitrum keeps user trust intact. Over time, that trust is priceless and leads to greater adoption, forming another strong pillar for the project's potential success. And so there you have it, right? Arbitrum, ARB, it has a lot going for it, right? The EVM compatibility, the lower fees, high scalability, a thriving ecosystem, and censorship resistance. These kind of use cases, they tackle some of the kind of biggest pain points in the crypto world, which is why so many people believe in the long-term success of this particular project. Now, the social sentiment around Arbitrum seems really upbeat as well. People love the idea of faster, cheaper transactions and easy compatibility with Ethereum. And that and that kind of has optimism in kind of a key reason, or is a key reason as to why we see price targets between $3 and $5 ranges, right? And of course, this is not financial advice, just the buzz from the community and some common sense observations about the project's fundamentals. If you found this useful and informative, make sure to smash that like button, guys. It really means a lot to the channel and helps push the content out to more like-minded individuals. And if you want to stay up to date with everything that we do here, make sure to subscribe to the channel and you won't miss another beat. And of course, if you want to know a little bit more about what is going on, you should probably check that video out right there. It's one you probably don't want to miss.